On this edition of Metro Scene, we're visiting the Bowie Center for the Performing Arts. We sit down with Chris Dwyer, the executive director. So don't go away. Metro Scene is coming up next.
Hey everybody, welcome to Metro Scene. I'm Marvin Jackson.
And I'm Kimberley Bowser, and we are here at the Bowie Center for the Performing Arts, joined by the executive director, Chris Dwyer.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, Chris, before we talk about the center and your role here, let's talk about your background.
Sure. So like so many young people, I sort of got into the arts in high school, which is why it's really nice that Bowie High School has this facility connected to the school. That way we're able to service all the plays and all the stuff here. So it's really, you know, a gift that we're able to work so closely with the students over at Bowie High School. But like those students, I myself got involved when I was in high school, and I sort of reached that time in my sophomore year where I had to choose either sports or choose either the arts. Well, I was better at one than the other, so I chose the arts. And from there, I ended up in undergraduate school at a small place in North Carolina called Liaison College. And then I worked in the arts for a while. Around about 2008, when we had the financial crisis, I said, hey, let's go back to school. So I ended up at Catholic University and got my MFA in acting and theater arts over at Catholic University. Transitioned out of Catholic University, moved to Tacoma Park, moved to Lanham, moved to Bowie, and here we are.
East Tennessee guy here in the DMV.
That's right.
What exactly do you think inspired you to get into the arts?
I've just always been interested in stories, and it's not just my story that I'm interested in. The arts is sort of a collection of different backgrounds and different cultures, and they all have something to contribute to the world. And arts is a reflection of life, whether it's dance, visual arts, theater, music. It's just all in that interpretation of the arts. And fortunately, here at the Bowie Center, we house all those different artistic types. We have, probably our biggest thing is dance concerts. We work a lot with the local dance communities. We bring in some road shows with musicals. We just had The Wiz here last night. So there's just a variety of different arts that come through here, which, you know, gives us an opportunity to really connect with the community and share stories of the people that live here in Prince George's County.
A little more about you. Talk about some of the most memorable people that you came across coming through in your career in this industry.
Theater arts is an interesting art form in the way that it's one of the only ones that you need permission to do. So in other words, someone has to cast you. Someone has to tell you, hey, you're allowed to do this show with us. So some of the people that gave me those opportunities was Dr. Janet Barton Spear over at Liaison College, who now runs Liaison Summer Theater. You know, we transitioned through my life through a variety of different directors and different performances. I get over to Catholic University. You have Gary Sloan and Marietta Hedges, who were two of my most influential teachers over at Catholic University. Directly right out of Catholic University, I got employed by the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. Christelle Stevens, who was running the teen performance ensemble, got me involved driving the van for kids to go to a variety of different places to put on a musical, which got me into the education aspect. I actually taught at St. Vincent Pallotti High School for 6 years in the theater department over there. So, you know, there's a lot of people that we always need to remember that helped us get to where we didn't know we were going until we arrived, and helped us along the way.
So what motivated you to come to the Bowie Center to lead?
There's a couple motivating factors. one of which is proximity. I live 5 minutes from here. So anyone who has to commute into Washington
always helps.
anyone who has to commute anywhere knows that you could spend 45 minutes going each way, and that might be a good commute for some people. So proximity was one, and then the opportunity again to be the canvas for the community to show what it is that Prince George's County has to offer in the arts. It's important that we hear the stories of the people that live here, and they need permission, like I was talking about. And I don't want to use permission as a way like I could say yes or no. That's not what I'm saying here. But we have the facility, we have the ability to house all of these groups that come through here, and that's our mission. Our catchphrase here, our motto is "so that all may enjoy." We want everybody to be able to enjoy coming in here and performing, and coming in here and seeing a performance.
We're going to take a break right now and come back and talk more about your mission and all the good things you guys are doing here at the Bowie Center for the Performing Arts. We'll be right back.
I'm Jarrell Benson, the technical director here at the Bowie Center for Performing Arts. I've been here for 7 years, and I started out as like a house manager, and I kind of just moved up to where I was like facility manager, just running shows, accommodating the client, making it as easy as it can be for them. It's cool working with Chris because it's like a partnership. Like, we discuss a lot of things. It's like not really a lot of, surprises or things that you don't know about. Like, he's pretty open with the communication, and, we work together, and it's refreshing to be able to do that. And he's brought like new ideas in here and different programs from where he came from, combining with stuff that was here, and then combining with stuff where I came from, because we're from two totally different sides of the United States, you know what I'm saying? So it works out well that we're able to like build and keep building. And he has like the same mindset as I have to make this place better, so it works out perfect.
My role here is to basically go out to the community and bridge the gap. So I'm going to bridge the gap between the Bowie Center for Performing Arts and the outside communities, businesses, people that we want to get in here to experience this place. When I first came here, I was contracted to work as a choreographer for a creative arts group. So that's how I first came here. Then I transitioned over to doing outreach and marketing for the center. I grew up dancing and cheering in high school, and also went on to Howard University to cheer and dance as well. And eventually I got to dance pro with the now Commanders. It was the Redskins at the time, but I danced and cheered for them for 5 years. So I was a captain as well for 2 years with them. I also choreographed for various other teams, for groups that need, any type of choreography, or for video shoots and things like that. So I do that as well. When I first got here, it was like maybe 1 or 2 groups that was here, but I started to bring in choreographers to teach workshops. I also put on 3 dance showcases, totally, just from the center. So we brought together different groups to showcase their talent from, young to old. So I did that as well. As far as the showcases here, they were big, major events, and I think it brought a lot of attention to the center for dancers, for dance troupes, for dance groups to come and bring their shows here. We partner with the city of Bowie. We partner with the school system as well. And we want this place to be known as somewhere where you can come to get all your entertainment, all your different creative arts, and not just something that is attached to the high school. We want us to build basically our own separate, identity from the school and from the city. And we want them to come here to get their arts education, come here for different shows, plays, a multitude of different things that we have to showcase to the community. The main goal is to facilitate that connection. We want a connection with the community, a direct connection. So that's what I try my best to do.
Welcome back, everyone. Marvin Jackson here with Kim Bowser and the Executive Director of the Bowie Center for the Performing Arts, Chris Dwyer.
Thanks again so much, Chris, for having us and welcoming us to the center. You want to tell us a little bit about some of the key people on your team that help you carry out the vision here?
Sure. Well, we certainly got to go up the ladder a little bit too to talk about my direct supervisor, principal of Bowie High School, Joseph Kautzer, who is a definitely supports us in all the ways that he can. You know, it's a good, strong partnership that we're trying to form with Bowie High School, and it's great to have a principal who is so supportive. As we get into the trenches and we get all of these folks that come through here, both patrons and clients that come in here and use our facility, we got to remember people like Jarrell Benson, who is our technical director, and then he's also present probably for 98% of all the performances that happen here. He's the person that, you know, makes sure everything runs smooth, that the clients are happy, problem solves on the spot. It's really a gift to be able to communicate and work with the public in such a way that Jarrell does. We've got just a strong team of ushers and house managers. We have Donna Lee, who comes in here, and she really lays down the schedule to make sure that we got enough people in here working, because when people rent the facility, you don't just rent the walls that you're here, you rent the staff that comes with it. We provide the ushers, we provide the light board operators. I think that we have two of the best audio technicians of any place around here, with Mark Datcher, who's our Audio 1 technician, and then he actually learned from our Audio 2 technician, which is Andrew Parker, he works everywhere in the county. So we got both of them that come in here, and really, you know, we have some of the best sound that I've heard in any of the peer facilities that are in the area. And our facility is a 750 seat facility. I'm not saying we sell it out every single time, but I know, you know, for example, this Sunday we have 600 plus coming. There's not a lot of facilities that go over the 500 mark in this area. So we're able to accommodate, you know, these large dance companies that have a lot of students. And then we got the staff to be able to turn them over. And let me tell you, we're busy. So our staff is trained, and they're trained for being in the trenches ever since, you know, taking some time off here and there for different pandemic issues as far as mask mandates or when we have to limit the amount of people in the facility. So, you know, we got the staff to be able to help people out.
Why is it so important to get the word out about the arts in this community and in any community?
Well, I think it has to do with the word, that the performer needs to get the word out about their story, about how they got to where they are. And it's not necessarily always their words, you know, they're interpreting plays and in different ways. But, you know, it's great to just have a cultural meeting place where we all come here for a specific reason. We come here to see the play. You might see your neighbor when you come here to see the play. You might see someone you go to work with when you see the play. And you're seeing them in a circumstance that's a little bit different than when you typically see them. You know, you're not seeing them over the copy machine at the office. You're seeing them, you know, in the lobby getting ready to see a show. So, you know, you get to meet people and know people through the arts and through being a cultural meeting place.
What's in the pipeline in the coming year? Sounds like you have a ton going on. So tell us about some of the upcoming events.
So we have several partnership agreements. One I want to focus on is the Joe Clare Comedy Show. And that is a monthly comedic excursion that we have here that was greatly desired by the residents of Prince George's County. We had groups from the county executive's office, you know, help set this up. We've had the city of Bowie, members of the city council help set this up. Mr. Joe Clare just lives down the street over by Texas Roadhouse. Like, it's not, he doesn't have to get on a plane to come to the Bowie Center. He just has to come down the street. So, I mean, that's one of our special partnership agreements that we have. We also have the Broadway and Bowie series. that we started last year. This December, we have pooled a gospel musical drama written and performed by Moses T. Alexander Green, and there's still tickets available for that. But that's coming up from Raleigh. He actually used to teach in the Prince George's County Public Schools system, and now he's coming home to provide his gospel musical drama. And then lastly, not this winter, but next winter, we have, we're working on a partnership with the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. We're working on it, it's not there yet, but we want to provide an annual Christmas carol with community involvement as performers in that show.
All right, let's talk a little bit about what you envision like 5 years from now in the center.
This is good. You know, talking about the Christmas carol coming up, not this winter, but the next winter. That's, you know, sort of a unique project. We've embarked on some educational programming where we're producing our own work. You know, and I have my background in Shakespeare through the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. So I'm used to producing work. And I think you're going to see the Bowie Center providing educational opportunities for students. I think you're going to see them providing educational performances for students. And you're going to see the expansion of our partnership agreements with people like Joe Clare, Star Makers, Dance Academy, Brencore Entertainment. And of course, you know, as we work to put it together, we want to have an annual Christmas carol that involves the youth of Prince George's County and Bowie, Maryland, and the adults as well.
All right. Have we talked about how people can get involved? Or
We haven't. We want to learn about what do people need to do if they want to engage with the center or inquire about availability, participate, help with the production.
First of all, you have to choose your involvement. Like, what are you comfortable doing? Do you want to come see shows? Come see shows. Do you want to come be in shows? You should probably look at the groups that you admire most that come through here and get involved with them. You know, if you've got a young person who's interested in dancing, go over to Star Makers, go over to Dance Dimensions, go over to Class Act Performing Arts, go over to Jila Dance Studio. These are just some of the groups that all come through here. If you want to be on stage, you know, talk to Dr. Blakes, who's bringing in a show today. She's waiting right now to load in, so I better hurry up. You know, you choose your own involvement. You find the groups that you admire, and you find your way onto the stage, or you find your way into the seats. The best way to find tickets for the Bowie Center is to go to bowiecenter.org, which is our website. We actually have a local company called Chisel and Brand that handles all our graphic media and our marketing. They do a wonderful job. They created our website. We've gone through 2 websites, and I've only been here a little over a year, but we've got, you know, a really nice website now. You can get all the tickets online at bowiecenter.org. You could also come in Tuesday through Friday between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., and we will help you get tickets if you don't want to go through the website or do it online.
All right. And you said Joe Clare's here every month?
Every month.
I want to see that. So how do I find out about that?
We post Joe Clare up on our website almost immediately. So he does a show on Saturday. That Monday, his next show is up. And I just want to let you all know, too, that it's catered by Ruby's Southern Kitchen.
Oh, I'll definitely be here.
You know what I mean? So, you know, they come in here.
I don't know about David, my director. He's a vegetarian, but that's okay. They have some vegetables, you know.
Yeah.
But I love that place.
You know, Ruby's has been here. Joe's been here, I think, at least six times. He's now doing 2 shows, a 7 p.m. and a 10 p.m. On those Saturdays. But Ruby's has been here, I think they started on the 2nd show. So we've got this system down where Ruby's loads in. They load out the food about 5:30. The show's going to start at 7. We've got it on lockdown. And what's really nice about the team from Joe Clare Entertainment Concepts is that they're always looking to make the experience better for the people that come. So we always have, it's like, hey, that went really well. They're like, yeah, but we still got to have a meeting. All right, let's have a meeting. How can we get better? How can we make the experience better for everyone else? And that's really the goal, especially with the Joe Clare comedy show.
All right, well, you made Metro Scene better by being here, letting us come in. here to the Bowie Center for the Performing Arts. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was great.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks.
Worked it out, huh?
We make this happen.